Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Camille and this is my first time trying to make a voiceover. It was kind of on my goal list when I started this channel and I wanted to achieve it before the end of the year. It's also been 2 weeks on which I haven't uploaded since I'm actually so busy right now because of uni. I just started uni a couple months ago, so I haven't had the time to actually like record and stuff. I didn't want to stress myself out even more. Today we are building on this 20 by 20 lot. I'm building an apartment complex, or building if you want, because I really like the dynamic of a multi-family unit or multi-family lots. And also now with the new expansion pack for rents that is coming out this December, I'm kind of excited for it. So I wanted to make a build that was designed kind of for this type of pack. I think everyone has been waiting for a pack like this from the Sims store. We always try to make apartments by ourselves, but obviously it doesn't work. We actually need the whole gameplay behind it. I actually did a couple of other apartments. I think I did one apartment complex, but I think with the new expansion pack I might do more because I actually love building this type of lot. I already told you it's a 20 by 20 lot. I did go crazy with the packs. I didn't really look at, oh, I should restrict myself. I actually just went totally crazy with it and just used whatever I liked. If you don't have all the packs, it's no problem. You can always check in the description the list of packs that are used in this build. And I have a lot of builds that are pack restricted on my channel, and you can always check that in gallery. So if this one is kind of crazy and you don't have all the packs needed, I have other builds for you. It's not on the gallery right now. It might be when I actually upload the video, but I still didn't play check it, so I still need to do that before uploading it. Sometimes I forget, and then when I play the game I realize, oh my god, this, for example, bed or toilet doesn't work, so I have to like take it out and put it again. As you can see, at first I kind of wanted to go with a modern style apartment building, like really clean, really neat, etc. But you will see that later I kind of turned into a more dilapidated or dirty apartment complex that kind of been like abandoned or neglected. Not abandoned, but neglected on the outside. Maybe it's in a bad neighborhood, so it's not the fault of the tenants or the landlord. So I kind of wanted to create again house or building with a store downstairs. I did that in a couple of videos back and I actually liked the whole vibe of it, so I did it again. And this time at first I wanted to do a deli or a convenience store, but then I actually went with a restaurant. I did already a kind of a store or a deli, so I wanted to go with something different. I don't know how you can implement this into the gameplay because it would be kind of difficult to get a restaurant and then other, like 3 other tenants. But the landlord is actually living on the same level as the restaurant, which you will see it's kind of linked to the bigger apartments, which has 2 bedrooms, and then upstairs you have 2 studios or apartment studio, and then on the 3rd level you have like a mini studio, like a micro tiny living studio, which is funny because I actually use mostly tiny living for the last studio because it was really tiny, so I wanted to fit as much as I can into it. I also wanted to go with kind of a community style type of complex, which is why I included like a garden, and you can actually plant things in the garden with chairs and benches so people can eat together. And upstairs I actually went again with barbecue. There's also a laundry rack, 2 laundry racks. So I really wanted to have this community like experience, so maybe your Sims could like grow vegetables together, or even with the new pack, maybe have a potluck together outside, or have a barbecue outside, which would be nice. The restaurant could also work that way. While the exterior is gonna be a lot of trash and dirtiness, I actually wanted to have a more of a clean interior, especially for the tenants' studios. So you will see that the style is pretty different. So you start with the restaurant, which is, I assume, pretty old and is run by the family. So the whole vibe is kind of dark wood, really old style. And then you go up and it's more new, more renovated. So maybe they live in a bad area, but the tenant is actually taking care of the building. As I said, the restaurant downstairs, and then linked to it there's an apartment with 2 bedrooms. There's one bedroom for the parents, so a couple or one parent, and there's 1 bedroom for child. Upstairs there's 2 studios or studio apartment, and one has a closed off bedroom and one doesn't. So I could imagine that maybe it's students or young adults that don't have maybe the money to get like an apartment, or maybe an apartment in a better neighborhood, so they live here. But the interior is actually really nice. The interior is really kept, and it's pretty decorated inside. If you look at my builds a lot and you look at them and you actually seen most of them, I go really insane with the whole landscaping. I usually go insane with flowers, trees, bushes, even grass, because I really like that detailed look, and also that free and kind of overgrown look of a garden. But this time it was more of a modern build, so I needed to go crazy with all the debug and live edit things. So I use trash, I use panels everywhere, I use AC, racks, everything that was plumbing even, that was at my disposition, and I tried to make it as modern as I could, because I kind of like the cottage style thing, and I actually really like it. I'm really happy with how it came out. I might actually use it to play with the for rent expansion pack. I might publish a couple of other videos with apartment style or complex houses, or maybe even townhouses, which I never did, and I always want to do that little neighborhood style in a 60 by 60 lot or something, but it takes so much time that I never got myself to do it. But I need to, obviously I need to, especially with the rents now, where you might actually have functioning little neighborhoods, which is fun. The idea of it seems fun. I've been kind of bored with The Sims lately, not for building but for gameplay, because I think it's kind of restricted. So I kind of think that the rent expansion pack is really gonna add a lot more to gameplay, and I might actually go back to it a lot, but I will need to calm myself down and restrict myself, because now with uni I don't have that much free time. I still try to do everything that I like doing, so I started going back to the gym. Now I'm building. Obviously it's been 2 weeks, I had my exams, so I was kind of stressed. I was like, no, I don't have time to record, I don't have time to edit, I don't have time to do anything, I need to work. The exam did go fine, which I'm happy. I passed all of them, which is good. But I was still super stressed. I didn't want to put my mental health or even my health at risk by doing a lot of things at the same time and stressing myself out. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna stop for 2 weeks. It won't change nothing. I will go back to it immediately after, but I need to finish those exams. So now that it's over, I had time to actually play, actually enjoy the game, enjoy building without the stress of, oh, I need to finish that, I need to revise. No, I still need to revise because of course I'm not on vacation. Well, since I never did a voiceover, y'all don't know me at all. So I might like give myself a little introduction. As I said, I'm Camille. I'm 18 and I just started uni. And yeah, I like building. It's been couple years that I've been playing The Sims. I used to watch a lot of speed builds on The Sims 4, even when I didn't have the game. And I was gifted the game actually by one of my family members when I was like maybe 13 or 12, maybe even younger. And I think that's where the obsession started. I didn't actually like building at first. I preferred the gameplay, but with The Sims, there's so much you can do, but it's also limited in terms of gameplay. But with building, when I started to really build a lot, I I didn't feel any restriction. There's almost no limits. Well, there's actually some limits. For example, the ladder that you see here, I didn't want a ladder at first, I wanted stairs. But there's a bug where when I put the stairs, like the railing doesn't appear. So I tried to search it up, like I thought I was going crazy. Like what did I do? Like what kind of manipulation I did for the railing to not show up? But it's actually a bug and they are not fixing it right now. So I was like, no, I'm not ruining the whole aesthetic of this build just for stairs. I'm just gonna put like a ladder. So I did that instead. And yeah, there's a lot of bugs in The Sims 4, but it doesn't stop me from doing things I like on it and doing aesthetic builds that I actually love. And this one especially, I really want to play with it. Some of them I do them and I'm like, yeah, looks good, but I'm not actually gonna play in it. I usually don't play in them. But this one, especially with the expansion pack, I really want to test it out. I think this will be the first build where I'm gonna test out the expansion pack. And you should be using this build too for the expansion pack if you do get it. Well, tell me in the comments if you think you're gonna get this expansion pack. I'm definitely gonna get it. At first I was like, no, I should do like a regular garden, like pots, so they can actually grow stuff. I did that so that you can see these patches where you can actually plant things, but you cannot stop me from an overgrown style garden, especially in this environment. I think it really fits because why would the whole building be unkept and the garden is like pristine? That doesn't make sense. So I really wanted to add that. One thing that I like, that I love even when I'm building, is the rocks. If you do build and you have like a garden, even if it's overgrown or not, and especially if it is overgrown, add rocks to like give it definition. It's gonna give you definition like instantly without looking too artificial. It's still gonna look really natural. I think my inspiration for this top level with the little studio thing and the little cubicle here was really K-dramas. I think it's pretty normal in Korea. Well, I've seen it a lot where there has this little studio on top. Sometimes it's an apartment and they have like a whole space where they can eat, and there's lights and there's the laundry thing to put your laundry on it to dry, and it always looks so cute and cozy. I really wanted to give this style to this build. I also added a lot of neon signs and a lot of signs especially. I usually don't use the live edits or debug that much. Like I use it for garden stuff or for really small details, but I don't think I ever went all out with it, and it was actually really fun. It was frustrating sometimes when I couldn't find that single object that I wanted, but I still think it gives a lot of life to the builds, and a lot of details. And when you look at it, it's really pleasing, I guess. One thing that you might not see in my build sometimes, it's how I divide the rooms. I think it's unnecessary because I'm trying it 100 times trying to find the perfect layout. So I try to just cut it out of the footage. Or sometimes also I will film the first bathroom, but then I don't include the second or third because it's the same. Like it's the same with a couple of details, with a couple of like add-ons, but it's the same principle, so I don't feel the need to include it into the video. You can also check it out directly on the gallery. I think that resumes the whole build. This was my first voiceover. I hoped it went fine. I still need to listen to myself and decide whether I'm gonna actually put it in the video or not. I'm gonna let you enjoy this build until the end. But I might come back with more voiceover if it's fine or if people like it. And if they don't, then I will just continue with music. It doesn't really bother me. I like both. I'm glad I actually started doing voiceovers because at first I was really stressed and I didn't know what to do and I recorded a couple times. But after a couple of minutes, it's just natural. I can talk for hours, but I will let you enjoy the build. And thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe.